All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rikah, Quadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. Salutations out there to the elect. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into this video right here about, winning a lot of money or becoming a millionaire. The heading says the curse of winning the lottery, you see, and that goes into what? Covetousness, you see. So before I get some scriptures, let's start by playing the video with this lesson. So Lockheed, bear with me.
Nebraska, a rural state in the heart of America's Great Plains. We traveled to Gretna, a quiet little town home to just 5,000 inhabitants. Just off the highway, this small gas station is a hub for local workers. 53-year-old David comes here every day for his morning coffee.
Morning, Joyce.
He's had this routine for almost 20 years. Every day before work at 7:30 a.m., he meets up with his pals Randy and Jerry, two local farmers.
These guys are always here. We come in here and we solve the world's problems every morning. Yeah. Never work. Nope.
These three musketeers are still looking for solutions to save the planet. But for the past 5 years, David has had less to worry about. He remembers it like it was yesterday, the day his life changed forever.
I was here the morning he went. He come in the door with a lottery ticket in his hand, and he walked over and he threw it right down on the table, and he says, "I hit that son of a gun."
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Lockheed.
Why couldn't it be me? Why couldn't it be me?
Yeah, I knew him before he won the lottery ticket, and after he won, now he's my best friend.
Yeah.
Was there a little bit of jealousy?
No, just more realization of the bad luck that I have.
On this day, David won the big bucks.
Thanks, guys.
$62 million. In a matter of seconds, he went from a poor working class man to an elite member of the 1%. He, of course, kept his old friends.
Go check out the shop. Just watch your step down there.
But quit his job as soon as he could. He was working as a mechanic at the workshop just next door.
This is where we tire repairs, replace tires, did oil changes, cars, trucks, the semis like out there, tractors, farm equipment, everything that has a tire on it.
David was working 2 jobs to get by. 12-hour days for just $2,500 a month.
Send it and trade it in.
He encapsulated what it is to be poor in rural America.
Yep, that's what we do.
Now, David has all the makings of a millionaire. He drives a classic 1972 Dodge Challenger every day. He bought this gigantic $2 million property overlooking the plains. His greatest treasure, however, lies at the bottom of the garden. His workshop, twice as big as his old boss's. This former mechanic still likes to get his hands dirty. This time, it's as a hobby, tinkering with some of the best models.
I'm fairly new at this, but growing up, we always played, tinkered. So it's a learning process, but I got time to learn.
It's mostly trucks and race cars from the 50s in his collection, all of which have been lovingly restored and customized.
This one's a very, very fast and very expensive car now. So I've got about $120,000 in it. So money can do anything, and it makes things cool, that's for sure. I have plenty more, and I finally found one. This is, like I say, this is the 65 Chevy step-side pickup, something my dad and I always look for.
And it's not over just yet.
Let's go check out some more.
It never ends.
Never ends, that's right. I hope never.
Thanks to winning the lottery, David was able to realize a childhood dream. He is now the happy owner of over 20 cars, with a total worth of $500,000.
You could imagine that before?
Just imagine is all. Watch the TV programs. But, yeah, you always had a dream of having a nice vehicle to work on, an old classic. And now I have several, so I'm catching up.
Millions of Americans try their luck every week, hoping to one day experience the high life.
No, dude! You just won $250,000.
The lottery is an institution in the U.S. 1 in 3 Americans play.
One Powerball ticket, please.
Almost 80 billion lottery tickets and scratch cards are sold each year. And given the size of the country, the jackpots are simply outrageous. Last year, a record jackpot was up for grabs, $1.5 billion, won in South Carolina. The winners are hailed like rock stars. Everyone wants a piece of the action.
No, you're not kidding. No!
In Trump's America, everyone believes they can be a billionaire. Since winning the jackpot, Jack spends most of his days splashing his cash
It's only $60,000. That's not much.
and living his best life. His parents are worried about him and would prefer if he just led a normal life.
Cheers, living our best lives.
In Nebraska, David and Erica became the richest people in the country overnight.
Before the lottery, it was paycheck to paycheck, and everybody lived on their own. And now it's just a big, huge family, and we all party.
But they made a promise to themselves to stay true to their values.
We nickname ourselves the Redneck Rich because we haven't changed yet, so we're not changing.
However, becoming a billionaire is both a blessing and a curse.
To locate a stupid ad.
This was just after the lottery win. Like they're all dark around the edges.
It ended up being the worst thing that ever happened to our family. It took him downhill.
Tim won $14 million 20 years ago. He's already thrown most of it away. Now he is campaigning to highlight the dangers of the lottery.
Say no to people. It's one of the most important lessons I had to learn. If I gave everyone what they wanted, I would have been broke a long time ago.
So what secrets lie behind the industry that has consumed the American people?
Hey, say 30,000.
30,000.
And what is life like for those lucky winners? We investigate when America hits the jackpot.
All right. And as you can see, I'm going to stop the video right there. Winning the lottery, you know, it has its good days, and it's also, you know, it has its bad days, but that goes back to what? Covetousness. You see, because the love of money, let's get that. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 9. Let's start at verse 9. Yeah. 1 Timothy 6, verse 9. It says, but they that be rich fall into Salakia. Let's see. Yeah, let's start at verse 9. It says that they that be rich fall into temptations and a snare and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. You see, and those, you see, a lot of people that win the lottery, this is what they fall into. You see, they fall into many hurtful lusts. It says, which drown many in destruction and perdition. You see, so winning the money, it would seem like a good thing in the beginning, but in the end, you know, you're you know, fall into a snare and into temptation. So like it says right here, into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drive man into destruction and perdition. You see, so having a lot of money is not for a lot of people, because in the end they destroy themselves. It says, verse 10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, you see, which some coveted after, and they have erred from the faith, which pierced themselves through with many sorrows, you see. And that's a lot of people. That's a lot of, people out here in the world. You see, they covered out the money. They pay, their hard-earned paychecks every week to play the lottery, just in hopes of becoming a millionaire. But they err from the faith. You see, they don't have faith. Instead of just being content with what they have, they err from the faith, and they pierce themselves through with many sorrows. You see, verse 11, it says, "But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness." You see, and this is to those that seek the Lord. You see, flee those things. Don't follow after covetousness. Don't chase money. You see. All right, because the Lord provides all things that we need. You see, He knows what we have need of. You see, so trust in the Lord with all thy might and lean not on thy own understanding. All right, I just want to do a quick lesson going into this video. Just give you an example. About covetousness. About the love of money, which goes into covetousness, and how it seems like a good thing at first. You win a lot of money, and you can buy this, but eventually, if you don't be careful, it'll consume you, and you'll fall into many hurtful lusts. So I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushua B'Hashem Rekakwadash. And you can always watch this video on this channel right here. All right, Shalom.